For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars and wondered, are we alone? But what if the answer is more unsettling than we imagined? What if we are not merely observers of the cosmos, but participants in an ancient, unseen experiment? The theory of evolution tells us that life on Earth arose naturally, shaped by random mutation and natural selection. Yet, there are gaps in this story, anomalies that science struggles to explain. What if those gaps hide something more profound? What if, at pivotal moments in our history, extraterrestrial hands guided us, shaping our biology, our societies, and our destiny? Tonight, we will explore the chilling possibility that humanity is not entirely of this Earth. The clues are all around us, in our DNA, in ancient myths, and in the sudden leaps of our evolution. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about our origins. Within the microscopic helix of our DNA lies the blueprint of life itself, a code so intricate, so perfect, that it defies comprehension. But what if this code is not entirely natural? What if it carries the fingerprints of something far older and far more advanced than humanity? The sudden leap, an unnatural evolution. Around 200,000 years ago, a shadow fell over the natural progression of evolution. Early humans, who for millions of years had been little more than clever primates, suddenly surged forward. Larger brains, complex language, a capacity for art and abstract thought. The missing time. Fossil records show no gradual transition, no slow refinement of traits. Instead, it's as if something intervened, rewriting the rules of evolution in an instant. The question of perfection. FOXP2, the so-called language gene, is startlingly precise in its function, enabling speech and complex communication. Its sudden appearance raises unsettling questions. How did such a critical gene evolve so quickly? Or was it placed there, like a puzzle piece forced into place? What if this leap was not evolution, but a manipulation? A moment when an unseen hand reached into our biology and reshaped us for reasons unknown? The signature in the code. DNA is more than a molecule. It is a language, a symphony of 4 chemical letters composing the song of life. But some researchers believe that within this song lies a dissonant note, a hidden message left by the composers of our genetic symphony. Mathematical precision. The patterns in our DNA are hauntingly precise, resembling computer code more than the chaotic mutations of nature. These patterns suggest intent, as if written by an intelligence far beyond our understanding. The silent architect. Certain sequences in our genome serve no known purpose yet are conserved across species, as if they are remnants of an ancient design. What if these sequences are the signature of our creators, a mark left to remind us of their influence, or to return when the time is right? The darkness within. Perhaps the most chilling possibility lies in the anomalies we don't yet understand. Genetic mutations that seem to serve no purpose, or entire sections of junk DNA that might hide secrets waiting to be activated. Dormant codes. What if these genetic fragments are not useless, but dormant, designed to awaken under certain conditions? Are we merely in the first phase of a plan far larger than we can comprehend? The question of control. If our DNA was engineered, then the ones who shaped us still hold the keys to who we are. What might they do if they decide the experiment is complete, or has failed? The DNA that defines us may not be ours alone. It is a map, a story, and perhaps a warning. The sudden leap in our evolution and the unnatural precision of our genes suggest that we were shaped, not by nature, but by something watching from the stars. What if we are not humanity, but a design? Not a species, but a project? Throughout history, humanity has told stories of gods descending from the heavens, bestowing knowledge and shaping the fate of mankind. But what if these were not gods at all? What if these ancient myths are echoes of real encounters with beings from beyond the stars, the gods from the sky? Civilizations across the globe share eerily similar stories of celestial beings who arrived in flying chariots, thunderous ships, or beams of light. The Anunnaki of Mesopotamia. In ancient Sumer, the first known civilization, myths speak of the Anunnaki, those who came from the heavens. They are said to have created humanity to serve them, teaching agriculture, architecture, and laws before departing abruptly. Could this story reflect an extraterrestrial intervention? The Hindu Vimanas, Ancient Indian texts describe vimanas, flying crafts piloted by divine beings. These texts not only detail their appearance but also their mechanics, as if chronicling advanced technology far beyond the understanding of the time. These stories are not mere myths. They carry a chilling consistency, as though recounting shared experiences with something far greater than humanity. The builders of ancient wonders. The world's ancient monuments, wonders that defy explanation, stand as silent witnesses to knowledge and technology that should not have existed in their time. The Great Pyramids. The precision of the Great Pyramid of Giza, aligning perfectly with cardinal points and mirroring celestial constellations, remains inexplicable. Could the ancient Egyptians have built such a marvel alone, or was their knowledge a gift from above? Machu Picchu and the Nazca Lines. In the Peruvian Andes and deserts, ancient structures and patterns are visible only from the sky. Why were they created, and for whom? Could they have been markers, a signal to beings that once watched from the stars? The darker messages. Not all myths speak of benevolence. Some tell of chaos and fear, of beings who demanded sacrifice and obedience. The Watchers of the Bible. In the Book of Enoch, the Watchers are described as heavenly beings who descended to earth, taught forbidden knowledge, and bred with humans. Their actions led to chaos, and they were cast down. Were these fallen angels or extraterrestrial manipulators who overstepped their purpose? The serpent and the fall. In many cultures, the serpent is a symbol of knowledge and deception. From the serpent in the Garden of Eden to the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl of Mesoamerican lore, these beings are linked with both enlightenment and destruction. What if these myths point to alien entities whose gifts came at a terrible cost? The myths and monuments of ancient civilizations are more than cultural artifacts. They are messages, fragments of a story we have not yet fully pieced together. They speak of beings from the heavens who came, shaped humanity, and left, or perhaps stayed in the shadows. Are these tales of gods and heroes mere fiction, or are they memories of encounters with something we dare not fully understand? Throughout history, human civilization has experienced inexplicable surges in progress, moments when knowledge and innovation seem to leap forward without explanation. These leaps defy the slow, steady progress that evolution and cultural development suggest. Could these be moments of alien intervention, shaping humanity's trajectory in ways we cannot comprehend? The dawn of civilization, Mesopotamia and Egypt. The emergence of the first civilizations in Mesopotamia and Egypt remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Sudden sophistication. The Sumerians of Mesopotamia invented writing, complex mathematics, and monumental architecture seemingly out of nowhere. Similarly, the ancient Egyptians rapidly developed advanced engineering, medicine, and astronomy. Celestial knowledge. Many of their achievements align with celestial patterns. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is aligned with Orion's belt and the cardinal directions with uncanny precision. Did they possess knowledge far beyond their time? If so, who gave it to them? The Indus Valley in Mesoamerica, unconnected yet similar. On opposite sides of the world, the Indus Valley civilization and the Mesoamerican cultures, like the Mayans, developed independently. Yet their societies exhibit strange similarities. Advanced urban planning. The Indus Valley cities were meticulously planned, with sewage systems rivaling those of the 19th century. Who taught them such precision? Mesoamerican astronomy. The Mayans' astronomical knowledge was so advanced that their calendars accurately predicted celestial events centuries in advance. Was this merely the result of human ingenuity, or did they inherit knowledge from an otherworldly source? The technological revolutions. Certain moments in history stand out as abrupt technological revolutions, as though humanity was gifted knowledge that should have taken millennia to achieve. The Industrial Revolution. In the span of a few decades, humanity went from horse-drawn carts to steam engines and mechanized factories. While credited to human invention, could this have been a response to external influence, an acceleration of progress for an unknown purpose? The digital age. The sudden emergence of computer technology and the exponential growth of artificial intelligence feel almost unnatural. What if this surge is not entirely human-driven? What if we are merely rediscovering what was given long ago? A pattern of leaps and falls. For every leap forward, there are mysterious collapses. Civilizations that seemed poised for greatness suddenly vanished, as though their progress was deliberately halted. The Mayan collapse. Despite their brilliance, the Mayans abandoned their cities without explanation. Did their knowledge bring them too close to forces they could not control? Atlantis and other legends. The tale of Atlantis speaks of a civilization that rose to extraordinary heights only to be destroyed. Was this merely a myth or a memory of an earlier attempt to accelerate humanity, a failure erased by time? The sudden leaps in human civilization are more than anomalies. They are patterns. Moments when knowledge and progress seem to appear out of thin air, only to leave behind questions and mysteries. What if humanity is being guided, its progress accelerated by an unseen hand? And what if these leaps are not gifts but experiments, each one bringing us closer to an unknown progress have been shaped by alien hands? The implications are both profound and terrifying. These possibilities force us to confront unsettling questions about our origins, our purpose, and our ultimate destiny. The experiment hypothesis. What if humanity is not an independent species, but an experiment? Genetic manipulation. The abrupt leaps in our evolution could be the result of genetic modifications by an advanced civilization. Perhaps we were created to serve a specific purpose, one we are yet to fulfill, or one we have already outlived. A disposable species. Like a scientist discarding a failed experiment, could our creators one day decide to erase us, as they might have done to previous civilizations? The thought is chilling. We may not control our own survival. The return of the architects. The myths of ancient civilizations often speak of gods who promised to return. What if these gods were not divine but extraterrestrial? Signs in the sky. Modern UFO sightings and abduction stories carry eerie similarities to ancient accounts of celestial visitors. Could these sightings be a prelude to the return of those who shaped us, reclaiming their creation? If they do return, what would their intentions be? To guide us further, or to reclaim what they believe is theirs? The threat of control. If extraterrestrial beings have influenced our evolution, what else might they control? Subtle manipulations. Could they already be influencing our thoughts, guiding our leaders, and steering humanity toward a future they have planned? Perhaps their manipulation is so subtle we cannot perceive it, much like a chess piece unaware of the player's strategy. Technological domination. What if our rapid technological advancements are not entirely our own? Could the exponential growth of artificial intelligence be part of their plan? A tool they intend to use to monitor or control us? The endgame. Perhaps the most terrifying question is this: what is the purpose of their intervention? A harvest of minds. Some speculate that advanced civilizations might seek to harness consciousness itself. What if our minds, our creativity, and our emotions are the true resources they are cultivating? An inevitable outcome. If history's patterns of rise and fall are deliberate, then our trajectory may already be set. We are hurtling toward an end we cannot foresee, orchestrated by beings far beyond our understanding. The possibility that humanity has been shaped by alien hands is both humbling and horrifying. It forces us to reconsider everything we know about our place in the universe. If we are the product of an experiment, a plan, or a design, then our destiny may not be in our own hands. As we look to the stars, we must wonder, are they watching, waiting? And when they act, will we have any say in the matter? As we stand on the precipice of understanding, the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. Yet the picture they form is one of dread. The DNA anomalies that suggest intervention, the ancient myths that whisper of celestial beings, the sudden leaps in civilization that defy natural progression. Together, they weave a narrative too unsettling to ignore. Humanity may not be the sole architect of its destiny. If our evolution and history have been guided by alien hands, the implications are staggering. We are not masters of our fate, but participants in a grand experiment, one whose purpose remains obscured. Are we tools, designed for a purpose beyond our comprehension? Are we seeds, planted to grow and be harvested? Or are we merely pawns in a cosmic game played by forces far greater than ourselves? The silence of the stars is deafening, but it may not be eternal. The myths of return, the patterns of rise and fall, and the whispers of modern UFO encounters all point to a chilling possibility. they are not gone. They are watching, and one day, they may come back. When that moment arrives, will we be ready to face the truth? Or will we, like the forgotten civilizations before us, fall into silence, leaving only questions for those who come after? The legacy of alien manipulation may not just be our past, it could very well be our future.